Across Bhutan's soaring mountains, the wind horse begins its journey. Lungta, a symbol of strength, good fortune, and the power to rise above challenges. 2026, the fire male horse year, carries a special promise, a journey into the goodness inside each of us. The Lungta Art Festival, a celebration of art, culture, and reflection. Here, creativity is not just about making art, it is about thinking, connecting, and growing. Every work invites us to pause and notice our connection with nature and with each other.
We have always seen Ajay create artworks using soil flags. He called it giving the flags a second life, and most of the flags that he used are Lungta. And back in after COVID, when we started working on the airport, where we were given the space to revamp it into a full-blown gallery. So during those times, Ajay had this group of artists around him, young artists, and as they were going to and fro between Paru and Thimphu, he saw horses that he can put up, and then that gave him this inspiration that he wants to open this Lungta journey as a group show to the artists. And after that, the Rubin Museum installation of Ajay's Lungta happened, and during that setup, we were just sharing how much potential Lungta has, and then that's where Ajay was saying that we need to take it to the next level, in the festival form. And we were thinking, Ajay was saying that we must do it next year, and then we were checking the calendar, and then it so happened that 2026 is the year of the horse, and that's when we cemented the idea that 2026 we want to do Lungta Art Festival.
The festival unfolds in 3 stages. Unveil, to discover the goodness within. Untangle, to restore balance and care for the environment. And unleash, to turn that awareness into action.
So in the unveil phase, we wanted people to rediscover the essence of Lungta or the phenomenon of Lungta. So because a lot of us have taken it for granted, even for myself, before I began this journey of Lungta, designing the Lungta Art Festival, I had very little understanding of what Lungta actually is. For me, it is just the flag that we take it to the forest and hoist it, right? And I never looked beyond that. The Lungta Art Festival journey has helped me really understand the essence of Lungta, and what I understood is that Lungta is nothing but a symbol, a metaphor of your the compassionate mind or the Janshsembo in you, and that's what I understood. And you can actually raise your good fortune or good luck or clear your obstacles by actually being kind to other people or kind to all the sentient beings around you, and by giving more. So I believe that it's a cliche kind of thing where by being kind, by being compassionate, you have more and more opportunities to have your life go in the way you want. So that's something new to me, and we really want our people to also rediscover that one through this Unveil the Lungta phases. And hence almost all the exhibitions are part of Unveil the Lungta, and through those exhibitions we also invite the artists to really share what they understand or how they perceive or see the Lungta. So that's why it's called Unveil. And in the untangle phase, we are literally untangling the soil flags in the forest. So what we saw was the flags, because of too much hoisting, so a lot of the flags have fallen on the ground, and then they are tangled in the bushes or in the trees, all the thorn kind of bushes. So what we did a few months back is we went there and we literally untangled. So we removed all these flags and we freed the plants because they are literally choking from this overcrowd of flags. So that's untangling, and in that process, even though we see this as a very physical process, internally what is happening is through this Lungta journey, even us as an individual, we're really trying to untangle all these problems or all this negativity that we have in us. We're trying to let go. Third phase, the Unleash one. So most of the activities that are in Unleash are at the end of the year, and what we are hoping to do is that we really want to send out these good wishes or these positive wishes to the universe, and we are hoping that by doing that, like the world may find itself in a better position. And we are really hoping, like through this little act we are doing, we'll kind of achieve world peace. So the major activity of Unleash is we are trying to partner with Department of Culture, and we want the Lungta prayers to be part of the National Day celebration. So we call it the grand finale. So we want the whole people around the country to recite the Lungta prayer, and it's going to be our prayer for the country. So we are going to send this positive prayer to the universe. We are not just showcasing art and like the expression of artists, but we are trying to kind of influence the behavior of our community or of our Bhutanese people. So as you can see, like on a lot of hills, like for example Sangegan, Dojula, areas like that, we have immense prayer flags hoisted. There's too much of it in the forest, and what we fail to look at is like we have just hoisted the flag, but we have never gone back to see what our flags have done, right? And as artists and as part of this Lungta Art Festival, what we have seen is like when we went into the forest, a lot of the trees are being choked by the synthetic strings. So I think the problem is not the Lungta itself, the problem is the materials, and the problem is our human behavior, where we want to do more than what the other person is doing. Through this festival, what we really want to do is influence people's behavior and make them understand what our behavior is doing to the environment. And in doing so, we are hoping that people will be more aware, they'll be more mindful when they're hoisting flags. Because if you really understand the essence of Lungta and what it really means and how you can take part in the process of raising your Lungta, then you know that you can just hoist one flag, right? And then you just have to have the right intention, the right mind, the right mindfulness in it, and that will also serve the purpose, and you don't have to do 1,000 flags at a go. So this is kind of transformation we want to see in the community. And currently, through this particular exhibition, the Unveil, the Lungta, the inaugural exhibition, what we are seeing is we have daily, we have at least 20 plus visitors, and we see them that really understand what we are trying to do. For them, it's kind of a culture shock to see this huge installation outside where we have literally I think we have collected a huge amount of flags, and then they want to know what are we doing. Instead of these flags being in the forest, why are they in this town and in this space? And then they are curious and they come here, and then in the process what they see is the problem that's caused by synthetic flags. So then they are more aware. And then we also have in the stall, we have also kept cotton flag, and then that's more biodegradable and environmental friendly, and then they are also aware of this kind of options.
The festival began on 21st February 2026, a special and meaningful day, the 46th birth anniversary of His Majesty the King. A day that reflects compassion, leadership, and hope, setting the tone for the festival ahead.
April 7th is Vas Bhutan's Foundation Day, and coinciding with that day, we have our founder, Ajakama, who is also the festival director, and he will be doing his solo exhibition on the Lungta, and he has titled it as Lungta at Potolo. So Potolo is his space where he's trying to create this space for artists, and where we can go and have an art retreat. Then on 2nd May, we have solo exhibition by Karma Jurmi. He's a Dzongkha calligrapher, the only person I know who's actually really trying and who's really innovating the Dzongkha calligraphy here in Bhutan. So we really wanted to do this show on him, and this is also part of the festival. Then in June, we have another exciting exhibition coming up by all women artists. So in Vast Bhutan, we have this platform called Her Expression. It's for women artists, and we created this platform to encourage women artists to express themselves and be kind of make them feel safe to share it, because over years, like in the group shows, what we have seen is we have major male participation and very less women participation. So when the Her Expression was launched in 2014, we saw this tremendous amount of female artists participating. I think it was about 70 plus artists. So, and therefore we turned that into our annual event. And for this year, Her Expression is part of the festival, because Her Expression is usually like we dedicate it to Her Majesty or Gelson. And coincidentally, we found that Her Majesty is also like her birth animal is the horse. So therefore this year, all women artists are very fortunate that we get to be part of the festival and express what Lungta means to us. And the theme of the Her Expression this year, we are calling it Untangle the Lungta. July, we have a symposium to discuss what this whole Lungta phenomena, and we really hope to bring in a meaningful discussion between experts and religious bodies and artists. In between, we'll be untangling a lot of areas, like we have identified Dojula, Lunchitse, and we are also like trying to see areas around Hai and Paro. So we'll be putting those things in between our other shows. In November, we have Bhutanese Children's Day and International Children's Day, and in between there's almost a week plus where we can do activities with children, and it will involve young children, and we are going to ask them to create it's titled My Magical Horse. So what we're literally trying to do is educate them or make them understand about Lungta, the environmental issues that we are facing and what they can do, and also like how they can design their own positive prayers or good wishes, and then they can send it out in the universe. And in December, the grand finale and our closing group show. So that's, I think, more or less what we have for the year.
At its heart, the festival is a reminder to care for our values, our environment, and each other. Because every small action creates a ripple.
We have been using art as a tool to educate, to nurture, to inculcate social values in our young generation, and also to share positive actions. So because of that, I think we were one of the first organizations who were actually collecting, we were advocating on the problem of waste, like trash around the city. We really didn't have much idea, but because of us, we understood that the more you throw, like the more wrappers you are throwing out, it is like littering somewhere, and then it's actually causing problem to the city. So that's how we have used art as a tool for action, positive action. And right now for the prayer flag also, we see it as a positive action where we're trying to create awareness to our people. We are not saying like Lungta is bad or hoisting flag is bad. We're not saying that. What we're trying to say is that because of the availability of mass-produced flags, because of our need or greed to do more than our neighbor, we are like kind of harming our environment. And therefore, as artists, we feel responsible, and we feel that we can take part in creating this awareness where we motivate our community and our people to, reflect on their actions. And particularly for this festival, what we are trying to share is how to unlock your kindness or your compassion, and all of us, irrespective of the caste or creed or the religion that you're from. What Lungta Festival is trying to do is make people aware that you have this goodness in you and you must share it with the world. And therefore, I feel that the takeaway for the international audience will be that, you know, even like them, we also have this I think the innate human quality in us, the inner goodness that we have, and then that can be shared, and we want to do that through this festival. And how they can be part of this festival is like, we have a website where we have donations. They can send their donations and we'll use it for the festival. That's one way. The other way is they can visit our country, and you know, during the, because almost all the exhibition dates are locked in, they can be part of those exhibitions and they can be here.
The Lungta rises not just as a symbol, but as a shared spirit, a call to live with awareness, create with purpose, and move forward together. And when artists take that seriously, when they build an entire year's work around it, something genuine happens. The festival is also supported by an extraordinary group of partners: the Royal Government of Bhutan, the Rubin Museum of Art in New York, the Indian Embassy, and individual donors who believe in this work. That breadth of support tells you something. This isn't a small exhibition. This is a statement about what Bhutan stands for and what the arts can do in the world.